What's up, everybody? I'm so freaking excited. Raheem Escalai here, and this is episode 339 of Forward Through Sportstalk. Good to have you here. Why am I so excited? First of all, today we are going to start 32 and 32. As you know, I'm breaking down all of the NFL's teams and their draft classes. And it's going to be fun. We're really going to go in depth. Who I think is going to go where within their respective systems. So you definitely want to pay attention to that if you're an NFL fan, at least for the next 32 days. Other than that, man, we got your normal stuff, Western Mass, and scores from the professional sports that you love. Episode 339 starts now. And it starts with the Grizzlies. Dylan Brooks, flagrant foul on Gary Payton II. That shit was crazy. He broke his fucking elbow and is most likely going to be out for a month. So that means in order for him to make a return in the postseason, Golden State's going to have to get to the finals. Mathematically speaking, anyway. And I hope Gary gets better. Working elbows sounds like it's really fucking painful. And I hope he gets better. Gets a chance to come back and contribute. I think Golden State's going to win the whole thing. Grizzlies win 106-101. And here's a story that kind of got me a little worked up. Ryan Tannehill says he went to therapy after the playoff loss. Tennessee should repeatedly get to the Super Bowl. With Derrick Henry, I mean, was probably the best running back that's ever played football. Maybe when it's all said and done for his career. Maybe that might be a little bit too grand right now. Maybe it's too early. But I think he's somebody that could break Emmett's record. Anyway, so yeah, he says it's not his job to mentor Malik Lewis. I think Ryan Tannehill sees the writing on the wall and knows he's on his way out. Wasn't offered any type of extension. They're not talking about extending him. So he's most likely going to be on the move at the end of this year, I would assume. I don't think Tennessee trades him mid-season, even if they go to Malik Lewis. You want Tannehill as insurance just in case, Malik Lewis starts sucking or throws multiple interceptions because he is a one-read quarterback. So you keep Tannehill, and maybe deal him next year. Off-season draft, maybe for an extra pick. Quarterback class next year is supposed to be better than it was this year. And so, hey, I think that's the way that Tennessee is going to let that whole situation play out. The Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be the first NFL game played in Munich, Germany. That happens November 13, 2022 at 9:30 in the morning. If you've watched over, let's say, like the last 5 years, NFL's been going across the pond to England, having games over there, 2 or 3 regular season games a year. And it's good to see that the NFL is expanding. I didn't know there was a big fan base for the NFL in Germany. But that is something I do intend on reading up on this weekend. Houston Astros skipper Dusty Baker becomes the first black manager to win 2,000 games and the 12th person overall to do so. Shout out to Dusty Baker. Astros won the World Series in 2019, I believe. There's a lot of controversy and drama amid the sign stealing or cheating or whatever. Honestly, I just think Houston had good batters and they hit their stride at the right time, which is in October, which is when you want your batters to really get on fire. Congratulations, Dusty Baker. That's it for the news. Let's talk NBA playoffs. Ha 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 ha. So, first game, we have Boston over Milwaukee, 109-86, with that series tied 1-1. Second game in a row in which I have not hit on spread, so I think that's a sign for me to leave this series alone. But Boston Celtics get the win here, series tied 1-1. Game 3 will be Saturday. I believe Milwaukee's going to take that one. Memphis over Golden State, 106-101. This series is also tied 1-1. This one feels like it's going to go to Game 7, and you know Ja's going to bring it every single night. So a lot of exciting basketball is still yet to be played in that series. Draymond Green, you gotta shut the fuck up and calm down. That's it for the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs. Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Rangers in overtime to take a 1-0 series lead. Washington Caps beat the Florida Panthers 4-2. Same thing there. And Calgary over Dallas 1-0. All of those teams take a 1-0 series lead. That's it for NHL. Let's talk MLB now. Doubleheader for the Braves and the Mets. First game with the Braves were on top 5-4. Second game, the Mets were on top 3-0. So they split that series. Arizona over Miami 5-4. Texas over Philly 6-4. The Yankees beat Toronto 9-1. Wow, surprising. Boston over LA 4-0. Glad we got a chance to beat them because first two games was kind of horrendous. That 10-8 loss that hurt too. White Sox over the Cubs 3-1. Milwaukee over Cincinnati 6-3. Houston over Seattle 4-0. Kansas City over St. Louis 7-1. Washington over Colorado 10-2. Tampa Bay over Oakland 10-7 in 10 innings. The Dodgers over San Francisco 3-1. San Diego and Cleveland was postponed, and so was Pittsburgh and Detroit. But that's it for the MLB. NCAA softball, Duke over Cam University 12-2, and Virginia Tech over Liberty 13-9. NCAA baseball, the lone game was Tennessee over AAMU, and the score was 14-1. Go Vols. That's it for your professional and collegiate sports. Let's talk about Western Mass. We'll start with the girls in tennis. Amherst over Holyoke 5-0. Lee over Pittsfield by the same score. Mohawk Trail beats Chicopee 3-2. Pope Francis over Westside by the same score. Greenfield beats Frontier by that same score. Lennox blanks Mount Everett 5-0. Long Meadow over Westfield by the same score. And Minnechaug over East Long Meadow 5-0. On to lacrosse. Iowa over Northampton 16-11. South Hadley Tigers take care of Chicopee Comp 18-5. Westfield over East Long Meadow 9-8. And Mountain Greylock over Pope Francis 18-6. Ouch. That is it for lacrosse. The lone game in track. We have Long Meadow at Amherst, and they won 87-58. Softball. Westfield Tech, one of the best teams in our region, beat Gateway 3-2. I expected more runs in that game, especially coming from Westfield Tech, but hey, a win's a win. Renaissance over Duggan 21-13. Hopkins over Mayhar 20-2. Ouch. Westfield over Minnechaug 6-2. Wacona over Greenfield 3-1. Southwick over McCann Tech 6-4. Pope Francis beats a good Pathfinder team. They win 6-5. East Long Meadow over West Springfield 11-5. Ware over Mount Everett 15-3. Ware is also another one of the top baseball teams in our region. And Turners Falls, who's another good squad, beats the Athol Bears 8-7. That's it for the girls' side of things. Let's talk boys in baseball. Southwick over Ware 4-2. East Hampton over Greenfield 2-1. Pittsfield beats Pope Francis 7-4. Ouch. Pope Francis was in the top 10 of the latest power rankings. After Sunday, I highly doubt it. Mount Greylock over Lennox 7-5. South Hadley over Palmer 4-3. Smith Oak over Mayhar 6-0. McCann Tech over Hoosick 10-0. Granby over Munson 12-1. Hampshire over Athol 8-3. Agawam over Chicopee Comp 13-5. East Long Meadow beats my Golden Eagles 7-4. And Monument Mountain over Wacona 2-1. Humbled that Wacona baseball team right there. Monument Mountain sneaking that win. Let's talk tennis. Lee over Pittsfield 5-0. Same score for Pope Francis and Pioneer Valley Christian. Amherst does the same as South Hadley. Pioneer Valley Chinese Immersion Charter School beats the Old Sabbath 4-1. In Northampton over Minnechaug 3-2. On to lacrosse. We have South Hadley over East Long Meadow 10-9. Minnechaug over Westfield 11-3. And Wacona beats West Springfield 26-6. Ouch. Let's finish up Western Mass here with a volleyball. Holyoke over Long Meadow 3-1. Side Tech beats Ware by the same score. Putnam over Minnechaug 3-2. Go Beavers, beating them Falcons. Agawam over Ludlow 3-1, and Frontier over Ethel 3-0. You gotta tip your hat to the Frontier Redhawks. Volleyball teams was their first year with this program, and they started with a bang. Took a little while to get that first win though, but once they tasted that, that's all they're thinking about is victory and winning, and flashy play on the volleyball court. We like to see that too. Anyway, that's it for Western Mass Sports. Now the NFL 32 in 32. We start with the NFC North and my Green Bay Packers. Here's what we did in 2022 NFL Draft. I'm going to do this with every team, like I said. So first, around the 22nd overall, we go with linebacker out of Georgia, Quay Walker. I had him on my top list. I believe he was number 6. I was excited about this pick. This was a good one. It shocked me in the sense that I thought we were going to go with Treylon Burks, but he was stolen because A.J. Brown got traded to Philly. And the rest is history. Number 28, we go back to the Bulldogs, and we took the guy who played opposite Jordan Harris, I believe, that number 1 pick for Jordan Davis. Sorry for screwing his name. Jordan Davis went to the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. Devontae Wyatt played opposite him, and my opinion on that Georgia Bulldogs defense was the best front 7 ever assembled. This is like an all-Madden team. And I like what he brings as well. That outside-inside game. He's got a bunch of stunts, bunch of tools up his sleeve, tricks up his sleeve that he can use at the point of attack. It's going to be interesting to see this Packers defense and how we do as the year goes on. And then we slipped into the second round, 34th overall. We take NDSU's Christian Watson. The number 10 wideout on my top 10 list. I felt like he would be a good fit in our system. I didn't think, I was really high on Treylon Burks, so I didn't think that he would land to us, but we traded up to get him, and he's 6'4", 210, runs a 4.36 40. Yeah. And I'm not worried about level of competition, coming from NDSU. Trey Lance threw to him at one point as well, so I'm really excited. I think he is going to make an impact and be one of the top rookie wideouts this year. Third round, we go with offensive lineman Sean Ryan out of UCLA. I like him. He was top 15. Did not crack my top 10 list because of the inconsistency in play when he switches to guard. But I'm not really disappointed with this pick here. Any help on the offensive line for our 36-year-old quarterback is good. Fourth round, 132nd overall, we go with a wideout out of Nevada. I played with Carson Strong. His name is Romeo Dubs. I hope I'm not fucking that up. That's a dope-ass last name. Anyway, great size, speed ratios. Another guy who's 6'4", 215, runs a 4.5 40. Not blazing speed, but good enough for that size. I love wideouts and halfbacks and everything. The offensive skill positions. When we draft those, I get really excited because, we've passed up on a lot. We passed up on a lot of players in recent drafts, which I thought would fit perfect. But, I'm a couch GM. What can I say? Fourth round, 140th overall, we go with the offensive lineman Zach Tom out of Wake Forest. I felt like he had a very good collegiate career. Another one of those guys who was interchangeable, inside, outside, play any position on that line. And I think with time, practice, I think, you put him in the lineup. I think he could complement Elton Jenkins with what he can do with versatility on the offensive line. So I'm excited about Zach Tom. I'm not sure why he fell. Might have been because he's a junior, but Fifth round, 179th overall, we go with the linebacker Kingsley Enigbare from South Carolina. Had him on my top 10 list as well. Guy's a freak athlete, and I love what he can do as far as rushing the quarterback. Very good blitzer. He's got the long arms, and that potential is when the quarterback gets scared and maybe tries to throw something quick. Maybe he'll swat down a pass or make the sack. Either way, as a quarterback, you got to know where this guy is at all times. Then we go to Georgia Tech safety Tariq Carpenter. Saw his highlights. Not somebody who made my top safeties list. This class was good. There's good guys at the top, and then there's a little drop off. He didn't make my list. I don't really know too much about him. I think our secondary is pretty good anyway. So, just add depth and have these guys fill in when, the Darnell Savages play inconsistently or they're hurt or something like that. We had a lot of picks in the 7th round. We got defensive lineman out of Miami, John Ford. Don't know much about him, but there's something that's telling me in the back of my mind he's a decent pass rusher. I'm going to do some research on him as well. Just like I will on the next guy, offensive tackle Rasheed Walker out of Penn State. Top 15 on my list. Injuries, I think, is why he wasn't able to live up to the earlier projections. Last year, at this time, I would have considered him a top tackle. Even above Bernard Raymond in the Central Michigan offensive line, which was. And our final pick was pick number 258 in the 7th round, a wide receiver Samori Toure out of Nebraska. Highlight guy again, as far as what I've seen on him. He's electric, uses his body well when going up for the contested catch. And any of these guys, projections could be projections, but you never really know how a guy is going to pan out, what his skill set will determine and what it won't determine. But yeah, I'm happy with this draft. Probably could have went receiver in the 1st round, but hey, Sammy Watkins will be injured by week 3. And this is the end of episode 339 of 4-3 Sports Talk. I am Raheem Escalay. Come see us on YouTube and Twitter, and thank you for your continued support here on Facebook. Love you all. Wishing up the health, wealth, and success. Episode 340 is tomorrow, and we'll see you.